Alright, so this is going to be a quick, unedited video just to give you a brief overview of this new update and what my crazy title is about. So the No Dancing questline is coming to the game. This is going to be old news pretty quickly, but the hero won't be. She buffs bows. That's not my topic. I'll link the entire post in the description below of all of the home base report. There's a lot of changes, but this most importantly was a quick overview to the fact that Twine is too difficult for me now, apparently. But traps, so the lightning traps now have the option to be energy. This is going to be great. Electric field has a longer range. Apparently that makes it a lot more powerful. They said that in the patch notes. Gas traps and broadsides got a slight nerf. We don't know what this means yet. This is something that I'm going to test today. I'm going to have a long stream today, so come on down if you're watching this on the day of release, because I'd like to check it out with you guys. Let's crowdsource this info. And the reason that I'm seriously making this video is because I make a lot of weapon guides. You might have noticed. I have a few of those on my channel, and this update is going to change a lot of those. So most importantly, well, not most importantly, but anti-air traps on my screen, not the rarity, but the perks changed in that they have a range bonus. I don't know what this means yet. That's something I'm going to have to test. I'll make an update on this weapon or this trap later on in today, no doubt. But a lot of my weapon guides are going to be slightly amended, but we'll see how I go about that in the future because it's very, very slight. So most weapons, I'll show it on a couple here. The Founder's Drumroll kind of got a hit in terms of recommendation from me recently, but it goes to show that every perk, every weapon that had a perk with mag size, reload, durability, stability, nothing that buffs damage, all of those perks across every weapon that I'm aware, like all of them, I think, now have a damage buff instead. So on the flip side, one of the best weapons in the entire game, the Silent Spectre, is, commonly regarded. The mag size perk can now become damage, or the reload perk can now become damage, and that's pretty significant. Now, I'm making this video to warn you that that's not like anything you should go crazy about. It's not super, super game-changing. 30% damage is good. That's definitely good, but I don't think you need to do anything right now. I like mag size on the Silent Spectre right now. This could change, so if you see me using damage in the future, that might be, something you want to think about, but I don't know if I'm going to be updating all of my old videos simply because that damage perk is right there. Anybody can see it. It's not a huge change. All of my recommendations to all of these weapons remain the same. It's just that, that part where I talked about mag size or reload, well, now you have a damage option. So reload is definitely nice in some cases. I can show that just yesterday I spent 4,800 reperks swapping over all 4 of my Bobcats to reload critic damage. Now, the Bobcat isn't nearly as affected by this because it already had damaging perks in every single one of its slots, so this update doesn't exactly affect it, but it might have an extra damage perk in there somewhere. I might be wrong on that, but I prefer reload on the Bobcat, so even if I now had an extra damage perk, it wouldn't really make a difference, and the Hemlock is the last one that I really want to draw tons of attention to. I'm going to say, hold up on that real quick, actually, because mag size is so nice when you run fire rate with this weapon, but again, there are a lot of options. Adding a 30% damage buff really shakes things up, and I'm excited about it. But I said that was going to be my last one. I'm going to talk about the Founder's Revolt, actually, because this is another weapon where mag size and reload were the way to go. You had no other options, but you can see I've already turned my reload into damage because 1.6 is crazy fast. 1.6 is perfectly fast for a reload speed, especially when you've got a 35 mag size. So personally, I went damage on the Founder's Revolt, but I mean, you might, I don't know. There are a lot of options now. I really like how just making a otherwise useless in terms of damage perk damage now changes most of the weapons in the entire game. Now, this is where I'm going to open it up to you guys. I know that bow's got a buff. It's going to take some time for me to mess with that. I'm not addressing that here, really. Although they did seem to take my advice on the vacuum tube bow. Now you just got to hit an enemy to chain enemies, and I'm not really sure there's a cooldown. So pretty happy about that. Again, that's going to require much more testing. I can't say anything definitive now if that's good or bad. I'd love to find out. Let me know in the comments below. And then I also want to address the fact that they also changed a lot of the older weapons. We don't know what this means. Here, I'm going to actually pull up the home base report right now and just show you that they changed some serious enhancements to many ranged weapons, most notably shotgun, snipers, bows, grenade launchers, and some of our older weapons. These weapons should be much more powerful now. And that's it! They gave a little bit of info on the boom bow getting recalibrated, some specific bow changes here and there. They reduced or apparently made some small impact changes to these weapons, which is cool, I guess. Traps, it tells you everything I just told you, except for the fact that ceiling drop trap got a little buffed. I mean, all of this will be in the description. You can check this out below. But that's it! They didn't tell us anything about any of the weapons they changed here. Like, as a weapons YouTuber, mostly, that's not like that's not my only focus, but it is something I've made more videos on than anything else, or the weapon guides. This drives me nuts. So it's like, what? Some of my old weapon reviews are knocking a weapon that's buffed, and some are unchanged. I don't know what this means. So I'm gonna again ask for you guys in the comments to let me know what seriously got changed, what should we be looking at, and what do we gotta know? What do we gotta know? I'm excited about this update. This is more or less a warning slash first response. There's a lot more to cover. There's plenty that I glossed over, and I'll be covering that in future videos, but I just wanted to get this out as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and check out the stream in the description below, because update day is going to be a very, very fun time.